Okay, so let's sort this. Let's sort of end bits out.
Hello, I'm a tentacle. I'd like to enter my insignificant human in the show.
Oh my, yes, of course. Take these tags and put them on your human and have them wait on the bench in the lobby. Entrance will be judged in 3 categories: best smile, best hair, and best laugh.
Thank you, fellow tentacle. Unlike humans, you have been very useful.
Oh, thank you. Believe me, it was my pleasure.
Now all I need is a human.
Yowza! That was one good-looking tentacle.
No, we can't get in here with the guards here. You have to sort of get rid of him. That's later.
Stupid tentacle.
Did you do all the backgrounds yourself? Did you have any secondary help?
No secondary help on this one. It was challenging because it was. I remember to accomplish the assignments on time. I remember I had to do the roughs in a day, and then walk it across the parking lot. Have you guys check in, and then I did the next day I did a marker illustration of it, and then the following day was to scan it and then fix the illustration after it was scanned. So I try to get a room done like every 4 days, just to stay on schedule.
Let's have a look at this, shall we?
In commemoration of the Constitutional Convention interred by Thomas Jefferson A.D. 1790. Run over by a plow A.D. 1795. Sorry about the dents.
Now that's what the can opener is for. But as you open it up, there's nothing in it.
It's a dented old can.
Let's fix that, shall we? Well, can't fix the dents, but we can fix its content. I love time travel. What does wine turn to if left for long enough?
This is exactly the sort of thing
Vinegar.
I need for the time capsule. I'll bury it tonight, and it won't be seen for hundreds of years. Future generations are in your debt.
Whoa.
Okay. Oh look, there it is. Back to Hoagie, and 2 out of 3 for Hoagie. Okay. Oh yeah. Get down.
You're ready to go now.
Okay. Let's give that mummy a push. Oh!
Everyone's raring to go. Let's get this show on the road.
Ah, here it comes, my finest hour.
Pizza orgies, they predated me and you being in the company. They used to invite all their friends and family over and play the game all night long and get a whole bunch of pizza. And an orgy was involved. The orgy part stopped before we came.
I think they stopped doing that, yeah, because...
Those were fun, the pizza orgies. Because we were there anyway. We weren't going anywhere.
We weren't big on the whole work-life balance thing, but...
Yeah, and boy, the variety. I remember it was like 10 or 12 different types of pizzas, and each was stacked 4 high, and there's so much pizza and beer as well. We used to have beer and walk around from system to system and watch people playing the game and get into it, and it was a fun thing.
I just remember Probably would have been better to be behind that one-way glass, because I just would hover and want to...
Give hints.
No, go. Oh,
It's
I'm
hard
supposed
not to
say
give
anything.
hints.
I love being able to ask people questions, though. That was always like the best part of the
Yeah.
experience. Is like,
What are you trying to do?
yeah, what are you trying to do right now? And they would explain it. I would go, oh,
that's not in our
okay, That's a
game."
good idea. We should put that in.
Great Scott! You're purple.
Yes?
Now, if you notice the tentacle chairs in the foreground there.
What is that?
Was that what those are?
But what's the thing that looks like a plug going into the desk?
Yeah.
Is that like a power
like
thing or is that
A
a chair?
mouse.
They look like toilets, tentacle chairs.
That's right.
Well, don't you just look good enough to eat?
What's that supposed to mean? You're not a human sympathizer, are you?
I think humans are the vilest creatures on the planet.
Down with
That's the
humans.
spirit. You know, I'm working on a way to get rid of the humans once and for all.
So, what are you plotting?
I'm building a shrinking ray,
Dun
which I
dun
can
dun.
use to shrink those pesky humans out of my sight for good.
Tell me more about this shrinking ray of yours.
I call it the diminuator. The biggest problem left is to design a trigger that doesn't require fingers.
Say, you look kind of familiar.
Of course I do, nitwit. I'm Purple Tentacle, renowned world conqueror.
Are you the same purple tentacle who knew Dr. Fred?
Up on your ancient history, are you? Yes, I remember that insignificant insect.
If you will excuse me, I've got something in the oven.
Anyone I know, eh? Do you
I don't-
mind? You're disrupting my concentration.
Right. Let's dress a mummy. Lovely. Make him. So basically, you gotta do three things. They're gonna have they're judged on the best laugh, best hair, and best smile. And I haven't got the smile, so I have to fix that. Ooh. But until you get rid of Harold, you can't possibly win. So let's get rid of Harold for now.
Oh, Harold, that's gross.
What are you babbling about?
You really should have told the judges if you weren't feeling well.
Oh, ick! Now, how did that mess get in there? I think I'm going to be sick. Someone in here not feeling well? I was feeling fine until I saw that.
Is that your regurgitation?
No, I'm an healthy human.
Didn't you just say you thought you were going to be sick?
That's just a figure of speech.
Do you realize you could have infected the whole show with human influenza?
But I just got all my shots.
You're a
Aww.
good-looking human, Harold, but you know the rules. You're out of the show. What a mess. I hate cleaning up after humans.
Do 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 do. Alrighty then. Back to Hoagie. Yeah, let's take the expressway up. Meanwhile,
The design's solid, but I need some waterproof material, like cast iron or something.
yeah, okay.
Well, you know,
Oh yeah, that's the 32K stuff, isn't it? Right.
Ahem. The LALR compiler is constructed by the following method. First, develop a rigorous elective grammar. If the elements have NP completeness, the crunchy factor can be ignored. Blah, 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 blah. Whoa.
I'll take that, thank you. I might be thinking, why do I need to win this? Well...
And so I said to her that...
Oh, here's how the guys walk. Hey, do you guys all want to walk over together? Everybody turn to face the back, and we'll sidestep.
Yeah, that must have been. There's no way in hell we're gonna animate each guy stuck
Well, I
to
mean,
the
we
floor.
had a walk cycle, so we could, but we couldn't have that many actors in one room, probably.
so it's one actor,
It's got to be, yeah. That's just one entity.
one clump.
I would have just cut. Nowadays, I think I would have just cut and had them be over there. Although it is kind of funny when they do that. But it's weird that they all turn to face the side and then sidestep.
There's no suction-y noise.
Yeah,
Could be like
everyone else walks with a big jump.
These guys have greased up the floor.
Hey, when are you guys going
Let's
to
watch that in
change
action,
best
shall we?
hair?
Oh, all right.
Shimmy! Tentacle shimmy!
Wow, that's the best hair I've ever seen on a mummy.
Thick and full.
And juicy.
The mummy wins.
Hooray!
Agreed.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge best smile?
Oh, all right.
I like the quiet one with the big teeth.
There's nothing in the rules about them being white.
First place goes to the mummy.
Agreed.
Right, and then one more.
Hey, when are you guys going to judge best laugh?
Oh, all right.
Okay, who's got a joke?
Hey, I just flew in from Baltimore, and boy are my suction cups tired.
A classic.
It's amazing how the mummy can do that without moving his lips.
I say we give him first place.
Agreed.
Well, that makes him best of show.
Let's go congratulate him.
He is very well preserved.
I'll miss his laugh.
Take it with you if you like.
Time to give him his winnings and start packing up. We gotta get this whole show to Baltimore by Thursday.
Yes, our work here is done.
Let's shimmy.
The look of that crazy easy. He's a mummy in a disco suit with gigantic horse teeth.
That was
Spaghetti.
just the weirdest character to have to design.
What are you talking about? So many ideas to work with. Spaghetti.
All the other characters made sense. That one.
It's funny how the tentacles prefer beehive hairdos. Is it because they're pointy on top, like tentacles are?
Was there a logic to that?
I
Did you
just,
guys figure
I
that
never
out?
thought about that until this moment. But obviously, you artists had that all planned. You're like, who would the tentacles admire most? Someone with a pointy head.
Right. Let's get rid of this guy. Let's get rid of this guy.
Whoa! Dinner for two at Club Tentacle? I can't wait to tell my wife.
Right. Free the humans.
You're free.
Free to do what?
Free to run wild through the woods like humans should.
Big deal.
I said you're free. Now get off your fat, lazy butts and start enjoying it.
Enjoy being hunted for the rest of our lives by that mustached old tentacle with a big net? If we ran off, he'd be right on our trail. If we stay here, we know we'll be warm and comfortable. Outside, we'd be eating bugs and moss.
You'll be eating my fist in a second.
The woods are filled with wild animals, lions, tigers, and skunks. Man, I hate skunks.
Really? That's a shame.
Hey, look, a skunk.
That is a beautiful shot.
Nice. Full screen
look at that
animation.
color cycling back there.
Wow. 3 frames.
Pew, pew, pew.
That was state of the art. Right? Nobody had full screen animation in those days. And I think, what was the deal? It was like 30%, 20% of the screen, of the pixels on the screen could move at once, no more than that. Yeah. So I took that whole shot and had to draw the characters and figure out what was the extreme of the eyes popping out, and then measure how much I'd have to move to make that work. Yeah, it's like, okay, I can jiggle the cheeks this much, and I can bulge the eyes that much, and the tongue. It was all the tongues, because those were the things that were moving the most. But I think what I did on those was just extremes, like there was no in between. So, but that was the biggest pixel difference. Was like the end of the tongue was way down here, and then it was way up there. So half the tongue was different.
Right. To the secret lab. Okay, and launch.
There's a Chan joke there. You suck. The vacuum cleaner is called You Suck. Peter.
I recall this was my least favorite.
This is your least favorite room?
Yeah, I remember I started to burn out, and I just remember I struggled with just the background with that one.
Was that one of the last ones you did? You mean?
Probably.
And was that directed at one of us? You
No,
suck. Was that
no.
for me?
No, I
or
was just,
Dave?
I just
Only
remembered
Dave?
it's not very interesting, that's all.
I wonder if that was late in production, because
Yeah.
I was just watching the whole vacuum cleaner thing, and I remember I had this totally elaborate thing that she was going to do some weird sword fight thing, and then something much bigger with this sucking the hamster in the vacuum cleaner, and then it ended up being like a 2-frame and go, because it was like, I don't have time for this anymore.
Pete, the thing that I remember with you was always you would do the sketch for the room, and you would bring it to us, and you would have put in all these amazing details of all this cool stuff, and we would always look and we would go, okay, this is great, but you have to take out the ladder and the shovel and all the things that an adventure game player will want to pick up and take. And like probably by the end of the game, you're just, all right, I'm going to put nothing in here.
But
that'll show them.
Yeah, I mean, all the interesting stuff turned into the silhouettes in the foreground where you can't touch it. Eventually, I just
a little frustrating
yeah,
too.
Yeah,
And then, those are still interesting that you want.
We need a hamster then, obviously. We also need to hook it up. So let's go hook it up. Alright, there we go. Right, so we need a hamster, but remember the rules. You can't put you can only put inanimate objects through the chronogen. We need some way of sending a hamster to the future. So Bernard has the hamster.
I'm sorry to do this to you, little fella, but it's for the future
love
of
the-
the whole planet.
Right, let's go back to what's her name?
Looks like there's some kind of rodent down there.
Woo! One way to freeze your tits off. If you have any tits. Right.
Gosh, I hope this isn't like the primitive, dangerous microwave ovens of my century. Those things could really pop a hamster good. Uh-oh.
Well, looks like he survived. Just about.
That was fun, but only because this is the 22nd century. You see, kids who put hamsters in microwaves back where I'm from get taken away from their parents and put up for adoption. So don't do it.
That's right, kids. Listen to Laverne. So the poor hamster's cold and wet. We need to make him nice and dry. There's no easy way of doing this, except we have to maybe give him a nice little warm jumper. But how can we send it to him and it being the right size? Because right now it's huge. Well, we put it in the dryer. And we set it with...
I figure this is about $876,600 worth of quarters.
which would weigh an absolute ton. Later that day.
Whew.
Okay. To Laverne. I wonder if it's finished yet.
Ooh, cute. It shrunk to doll size.
Okay.
This ought to warm him up.
Aww. Do 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 do. Right. Let's get this planks going. What the? What kind of booby trap's that? So we've got a bit of a problem. We can't get him out of there. So we have to get a few things. Oh, he has to do some stuff. Okay. Now, whilst we're here, we'll get Hoagie on the move as well.
What's this? Help wanted, moronic drone, assist genius, yada yada yada. Well, I'm the only genius around, and you look dumb enough. So pick up your lab coat and get to work.
So now...
Yeah, just making sure I listen to that commentary. Right, we'll need that later. Yes, we need a vacuum cleaner, that's right. So, oh, just so you understand it.
George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement.
That's a good idea. Could really help Laverne right now.
Boy, it's sure quiet in here. I wonder if there might be any ideas worth discussing in the suggestion box. Maybe somebody should take a look.
I say, lads, I have an idea.
Does it have anything to do with starting a fire?
No.
I was thinking it's about time we open the suggestion box. Don't you agree?
Sure, George, if you say so.
Yes, whatever you think is fine with us.
Excellent.
What's he thinking? No one of any importance has been here all day. What could be in the suggestion box?
I wonder.
Perhaps he intends to suggest something himself.
Oh.
Here's a suggestion. It says, George says that every American should have a vacuum cleaner in their basement. What do you think, gentlemen?
Whatever you say, George.
Your name's on it. I'm sure you must have a good reason for suggesting it.
Yes. It's strange. I don't quite... Well, I'm sure I had a reason for it. If there are no objections, we shall add it to the Constitution immediately. No? Good, and so shall it be law.
What's a vacuum cleaner?
Ta-da! Right. Yeah, you suck. Excellent. Lovely sound there. Right, open the hatch. Take out the dust ball. And the dusty warm hamster onto the generator.
Well,
Hooray!
look at that sucker go. He just keeps running and running and running.
Alright. So, Laverne's down. Now just Hoagie.